for coming to the Hill tonight. My name is Mike Brewer. I work here at Georgetown, and I was here during the primary, went off and joined the campaign, and I'm back now.
Did you have fun?
I had a great time. I was actually in Michigan, too, in Hampshire, of all places. But given what you just said, right, about the lack of a clear, concise message, right, how do you square it with, and I don't mean to play gotcha, but you wrote an article back in 2015.
Oh, you do mean to play gotcha.
No. I want to know how
I've
you...
seen this on Twitter.
No, but I'm not looking at Twitter either. Seriously, it was like, how do you square your initial impression? You know, when you said that how Hillary Clinton, maybe you didn't do the title of the article, right? Maybe it was an editor. How Hillary Clinton nailed the vision thing. You said, so anyone who argues Clinton came up short in articulating a vision for a different version of America wasn't paying attention. And so I'm really, I can understand not being concise. Her slogans, you know, they weren't made for a hat necessarily when she talked about like intersectionality, things like that. But how do you square
it's a big
that?
hat that would have intersectionality on it.
Yeah, but how do you square that initial impression that you had with the post-mortem now? Because it's a complete 180, it feels like.
Well, number one, I would always say that the first impressions of somebody writing on deadline right after some event, right, you can evolve, you can have a different view of things. But more important than that, what I would say is, we're not making the argument, I don't think we're making the argument, on our own that Hillary Clinton failed to connect with a clear, concise message. That's what her own people believe. That's what people who talked to us from her campaign said. In addition to that,
the chapter that you just quoted, for instance, that didn't come from us. That was...
I get that. I'm saying from your impression.
In addition to that, I think that these are different things. Having a vision for America and communicating effectively a vision for America are two different things, right? I mean, I think we can agree that you may be able to do both, but I think that these are two different things. I can read what's going on in a policy speech and look at it and say there is a vision for something that is different than what we have right now that I can identify. I also spend a ton of time studying political rhetoric. I also spend a ton of time going to political events. I can discern something in what Hillary Clinton was offering on Roosevelt Island in April of 2015 that is different than where we are right now, and different from where she had been before. And I think over time she got even more toward that place of change in a variety of places, in a variety of areas. That does not mean that what she is doing is politically advantageous or is the best way of communicating to the public what she wants to do. And I would argue, and I think you would probably argue, and I bet almost everybody in this room would argue, that on the question of whether she offered more or less change from the status quo to voters in a way that they understood it or perceived it, like she didn't. Donald Trump offered more change. Bernie Sanders offered more change. To the extent that she was offering change, she was not able to find a place where enough voters in the right places perceived that as the change that they wanted or that it spoke to them. And so there's a difference between